Spirit of life, Mother Earth, Goddess of many names, thank you for the blessings that you bestow upon us.
Spirit of the east, of the rising sun and new beginnings, shine upon us. Spirit of air, of wind and breezes, of all that is open and free, let there be clear skies and clear minds for us to see our way. Be welcome in our circle.
Spirit of the south, of the noonday sun and all that is warm and filled with light, help us to grow. Spirit of fire, of energy, burn bright, come into our hearts, warm us. Help us emerge from hibernation, isolation, to greet each other connected in the fires of commitment. Be welcome in our circle.
Spirit of the west, of the setting sun, help us to come together in community, connected as one. Spirit of water, ferocity, and gentleness, let us join as the drops of water that form the river, united in our purpose to call for the interdependent web of life. Be welcome in our circle.
Spirit of the north, of darkness, give us hope. Spirit of the earth, bring stability and wisdom, a firm foundation upon which to stand, a place from which we can grow. Strengthen our resolve, sustain us, and keep us centered. Be welcome in our circle.
Spirit of the sky above, Spirit of the earth below, and Spirit within us, we welcome you into our circle this morning. Bless this space with your energy. All beings of love and light are welcome here. May this circle be a sacred space.
Good morning, everyone. It is so wonderful to see all of you here this blustery but seasonal and almost sunny spring morning. Newcomers, longtime members, and those watching online, my name is Preston Wilson, and I am pleased to be your celebration associate this morning. May we gather together to nurture our connections, seek inspiration, and embrace change. Joy is our theme for April. The road can feel long and the end unwritten, but joy is the spark of energy that keeps us going. What brings you joy? Who brings you joy? And how can we share our own spark of joy with others? What brings me joy is knowing that members of this Society of the First Unitarian of Ithaca, being guided by our principles and values, are on the right side of history as we struggle to defend our democracy, the rule of law, and our constitutional government. My joy comes from being in fellowship with each other for this just cause. We have many activities this week. Please read the announcements in your order of service or check the sanctuary screens to learn more. If you are new or visiting for the first time, I invite you to fill out a yellow pew card and place it in the offertory plate. You can also drop it off at the welcome table in the parlor after the service, right through these doors. This is where we usually have coffee, snacks, and conversation after the service. And in the spirit of intentionally gathering in community, please take a moment and switch your cell phones to silent mode. We now have a special announcement by Jack Roscoe concerning the auction that is now taking place online. Enjoy.
There's an auction that's happening right now. There's an auction that's happening right now. Donations are many, they're great, and they're large. And it looks like the bidding is still not too high. Oh, what a beautiful auction. Don't miss the fun of it all. I've got a beautiful feeling you could win something today. Thank you. The community-wide spring online auction is on right now, and it ends at 9 o'clock today. There are 100 plus items to bid on. You can check it out in the table in the parlor during coffee hour. You can go to the website by searching FUSIT Bidding Owl. I don't know why Owl, but I think that's the service that runs the auction. You can make a donation by clicking on the QR code in today's order of service, or you could send a check to the office, or you could make a check into the basket today when it comes around. At any rate, it's an important financial event for the church. Thank you.
Before we light our chalice, let's all take a moment to greet those around us. Today's chalice will be lit by Dariana Perez. Please join me in saying the chalice lighting words. We light this chalice for the warmth of love, the light of truth, and the energy of action.
To begin with a story, a farmer decided to adventure to a far-off land. Before he left, he found a man who agreed to look after his property while he was away. The caretaker could grow whatever crops he liked on the land and keep whatever profit while the farmer was on his adventure. 1 year went by. 2 years disappeared. 10 years flew past. Finally, 20 years later, the landowner returned. When he arrived home, he could immediately see that the caretaker had done an excellent job. The fields were green and lush. Fruit hung heavy on the branches of the trees. He could hear the bleats and clucks of the contented animals in the stable. The farm couldn't have been in better shape. When the caretaker recognized the visitor for the farmer who'd left so long ago, he invited him in for tea. The two men exchanged news and gossip, and the farmer thanked the caretaker heartily. As their conversation was drawing to a close, the farmer asked, "Where will you go now?" "Go?" replied the man. Where should I go? After all of these years of care and labor, surely the land belongs to me." The farmer was perplexed. "How could it possibly belong to you? It's mine, and has always been so." The two men argued for a long time. Finally, the only thing that they could agree on was to take their dispute to the wise man in the local village. The wise man listened carefully to each of their arguments. He was puzzled by the case. What do you think the answer is? Who do you think it belongs to? The farmer who went adventuring? Or does it belong to the caretaker? After a while, the wise man said, "I say that we consult a higher authority." The farmer and the caretaker wondered who that might be. Would they need to travel to the city and take their case before the court? But the wise man shook his head. He walked back to the farm with the two men. When they arrived, the wise man lay down on the ground, and he placed his ear next to the earth. The farmer and the caretaker watched. The wise man lay there for a long time. Finally, he stood. He brushed off his robe, and he declared, "The land belongs to neither of you." "What?" cried the two men together. "The land has told me that you both belong to it." The wise man bowed his head in farewell and then turned to go home. The two men looked at each other for a long time. It is with joy that we belong to the earth, friends. I have some friends who are going to come up and get baskets while we sing out our joy this morning. I invite you to rise in body or spirit for our opening hymn, "This Joy I Have."
The world didn't give it to me.
engaged with our religious exploration programming. Would y'all like that? Every single person here was engaged? Yeah. They're like, yeah. And I know some of you are thinking, oh, right? You're like, maybe being in a classroom full of small children is not my wheelhouse. It is my wheelhouse, friends. Right? Maybe you're thinking like, ooh, right? Like, I'm not quite sure about that. But all over, did you all notice the fruits in here? Yeah. All over in here, there are some fruits. And we have come up with tasks for every single fruit. Some of them are really teeny tiny tasks, like sitting at our welcome table on a Sunday morning, welcoming parents and caregivers and making sure they sign in, right? And some of them are bigger tasks, like being upstairs in our classrooms, which our teachers can tell you is actually amazing, right, and really rewarding. But there is a whole list of different tasks. So I have the list, and friends, I'm going to ask you to go find me fruits. And when you find me the fruits, I'm going to read off to you all what that task is that you could get your fruit added to our tree, because the point is our tree is going to be covered with fruit. All right, who's finding fruit? We have a raspberry in, I'm going to make my list. All right, only get one fruit each, friends. Don't hoard the fruit. Don't hoard the fruit. All right, in here we have a raspberry. I gotta find it up here. Hold on, we're gonna do it one at a time. And a raspberry is offering to be a substitute in case someone is sick. So some Sunday morning offering to say, yeah, I can pop in the classroom. Okay, Gwendolyn found a coconut. So a coconut is if you would be willing to come in for 4 hours during our stuffy sleepover in January to help out. Allie, what you got? A blueberry. This is a little tiny one. Where is it? Blueberry. This is helping out after our religious exploration upstairs to clean up. So come up, put away dishes, vacuum for us, help us put markers and stuff away. I think that's a kiwi. All right, we've got a watermelon. So watermelon is to be in our, can you all sit? All right, so watermelon is if you are going to be one of our amazing fall classroom teachers, and we do need 10 fall classroom teachers. We're going to expand, and this is an amazing, right, to expand to get bigger. This is an amazing problem to have, that we need more of you, because we're expanding to 5 RE classrooms from 4 this year. So if you are like, I would love to do that, you go to watermelon. All right, who's got another fruit for me? All right, peaches. These are my favorites. That's an orange. Oranges. I also like oranges. Oranges are event cleanup. So when we do things like our spring celebration, and we have all these fun activities, and we invite the community in, if you would be willing to stay afterwards and help us clean up, like Asia helped us clean up, and Lyden helped us clean up, it was amazing. But if for next year you would be willing to stay and help, you can have an orange on the tree. All right, who's got me next thing? I've got a plum. Oh, this is, so we have these fun little kits in the back. You've probably seen the kids playing with them, right? And they've got markers, and they've got little books, and they've got fidget things. This is if you would be willing to help clean and organize our kits and make sure that they're full of things that they need. Jess Brown, who may not be here, has done this for us before. All right. All right, kiwi. I think it's a kiwi. Sorry, this makes me want to do the fruit round. Kiwi, 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 kiwi. Yes. No. All right. This is if you are willing to come in at your leisure whenever you want and spend an hour or two cleaning and organizing our closet full of many, many things that we use for classrooms. So if you'd be willing to come in whenever you want for an hour or two. All right. What have we got? Oh, it's a cantaloupe. This is our spring classroom volunteer. So we have the watermelons for the fall and the cantaloupes for the spring. We decided to go with a melon theme. So if you'd like to be in the classroom in the spring, that is for you. Ooh, I got something. Oh, I forgot. A strawberry. Oh, it's a strawberry. This is, if you would be willing, we would send you a list to spend a little bit of time calling and checking in with our RE families, right? And just saying, how are you doing? Are your needs being met? Maybe we haven't seen you in a while. So just making a phone call, and this could also just be on your own time. See, there's some really easy things here, friends. Really easy things. All right, starfruit. Starfruit is, here's another easy thing. We have an Amazon wish list. If you would like to purchase something off our Amazon wish list, we can do some more rugs upstairs. Those floors are hard. There's books on there. There's some things. I think that this is a cranberry. Cranberry. You get a cranberry if you'd like to hop in and volunteer in the nursery. Right? Hang out with the babies. They're snuggly. They're cute. The whole thing is an hour total. You just get to hang out in that room and watch them be adorable.
Good morning. In a spirit of reverence, love, and care, we take time now to bear witness to some of the joys and sorrows of our community, to share those events that call for our prayers and support, our praise and celebration. An appreciation from John and Pat Gaines. Recently, our niece, Amy Engelbrecht Wiggins, died quite unexpectedly at age 36. Although we were out of the country at the time, one quick email to Reverend Janet started in motion some extraordinary professional work on her part to work with Amy's husband, Andy, Amy's parents, Richard and Beth, and her sister, Emily, to create and conduct a beautiful, moving, and meaningful service at First Unitarian on April the 12th. She conducted a similar service at First Universalist in Rochester on April 22nd. On behalf of our extended family, we once more have called upon Janet at a time of unexpected loss and grief, and she has been spectacular. What a treasure we have to have Reverend Janet Shortall as part of our beloved community. An appreciation from Dariana Perez. The Food Not Bombs group has brought me great joy. I've had conversations there that have truly fed my soul. My community at First Unitarian has helped me feel a part of something beautiful. Thank you. And a gratitude from Lloyd Graves. Lloyd is full of gratitude for his neighbors for participating in the annual West Hill cleanup. We cleaned the roads and ravines of Ithaca's West Hill yesterday, and you can see the pile of trash at the bottom of Elm Street. I might have to go look for it. For those we are holding in our thoughts, in our hearts, and perhaps in our prayers, into this community, into the space of healing and hope, let us call these names out loud or speak them in our hearts right now. We extend loving kindness to all in our world, and let us not forget to extend loving kindness to ourselves. Today, tomorrow, and beyond, let our hands be outstretched in kindness, and let us keep showing up to our lives and each other with an open heart, no matter what. Love and courage to us all.
Friends, I'm going to invite you to join me in an embodied meditation celebrating the gifts of the earth and the trees which grow upon it. Younger friends, if you wanted to come up and find more space here, you can. Anyone is invited to move out of the aisle if you'd like to do this standing, but you can also do it seated. So I'm going to invite you, take a moment to ground and center yourself however that works for you. And then we're just going to lift up one foot and then the other, rooting them down into the earth. We're going to feel our roots go down. And you can keep this motion if you want, or you can just root firmly and hold them there, whatever works for you. You're going to feel that connection down through the earth into that interdependent web of which we are all a part. From there, we're going to bring our hands up to heart center, and this is where our seed is, friends. This is our seed that we are going to grow this morning, and as we feel our roots sucking up that nourishment from the earth as they are going down, we're going to just feel our seed sprout. You're just going to spread your fingers, and then if you want, you can bring them apart here. You can give them a little wave in the air as they reach towards the sun. And now our branches are going to reach up, and they can reach up if you want, or they can reach outward, right? What are you seeking this morning? Where do your branches want to go? And right where you are, you can just sway back and forth. Like we're swaying in the breeze, and again, you can be rooted firm. Feeling that air that we called in this morning, gently rustling our branches. Feeling that sun, that fire shine down upon us. Our earth is on, right, holding our roots firm and in place, the ground we stand upon, and the rains which are going to fall on us. When you feel ready, you can bring your branches back down and join Stephanie and I in our meditation song.
Well, that was something. That was really great. My head's spinning. Judy Jones would now like to give an announcement in which she will introduce Jess.
Good morning. That's a hard act to follow. I'm here this morning to introduce Jess Brock, who is the Director of Development at the Village of Ithaca, and she does really important work. And so I just want to say one word to impress upon you a little bit about how important what she does is. Some of you may be familiar with a phenomenon called couch surfing. Teens run away from abusive home situations and they stay on a friend's couch as long as possible. Sometimes the price of staying on the couch is another form of abuse. A crisis house run by trusted staff from the village is superior for teens who may see their only choice as surfing or going to the jungle. I give you Jess.
Hi, team. This is my first time at a Unitarian church, and whoa, like, I'm loving it. Okay. So first off, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Jess Brock. I am a housing fellow with the Village House. What a housing fellow is anybody familiar with what an RA is at like a college campus? That is me. So at the Village House, which is not too far from here, a lot of my day-to-day looks like supporting youth who are homeless and making sure they have everything they need to achieve whatever goals they want to achieve. So they come from wherever they're coming from, whatever situation there is. We've had some youth whose parents have unfortunately passed away. We've had some youth who unfortunately have dealt with very abusive situations, had nowhere else to turn, like was sleeping on a friend's couch up until like they just literally couldn't, or the parents couldn't afford to take care of more than one youth at a time. So when they're introduced to the village, we get them set up with everything they need. If they say they want to finish school, we got you. If they say they want a job, we got you. If they say they just want to sit on the couch until they can get their feet on the ground, we got you. We take care of all of those things. Unfortunately, about 2 years ago, we were funded by HUD, which is the Housing and Urban Development. It's like a federal compartment. We unfortunately got our federal funding taken away, as is a lot of organizations in this moment, and it was very spooky. We were actually one of the first. It was very unheard of at the time. Now that it's happening to everyone, we're kind of feeling like a little less like crazy, like we did anything to make it happen. But the county stepped in, you all stepped in, and you all were able to provide for us in our time of need. And I just want to give you a clap and say thank you for that, because without that, like, we really wouldn't have been able to make it through last year. So the county had stepped in and had renegotiated funds that were previously held to make another youth shelter. They said, we will just give you this funding to continue through 2025. We said, great, what does the funding cover? They said, we will cover your rent, we will cover your utilities, and we will cover insurance. We said, great, what about food? What about toilet paper? What about food and food and food? Teenagers love food. And I am only 25. Like, my specialties are like rice in a bag and like broccoli and like maybe a piece of chicken if I'm feeling fancy. But I was like, what are these kids gonna eat? Like, we have students, right now there are 50 to 60 homeless youth currently in Tompkins County, and that number continues to grow. We only have 8 beds, and at the moment we're only able to take care of 18 to 25-year-olds, but we are working with the state to be able to support minors, because I think out of 50 to 60, there are a good 10 to 15 who are under the age of 18, which makes getting services so much harder. So we were like, hey friends, like, what do we do for food? And they were like, reach out to the community. And so I said, hey Judy, I was like, we need help, please. And you all have stepped up so much. So right now we have funding through our local government, through the county to get us through 2025. And then after that, like, I don't know. But in the meantime, we just want to say thank you so much. If you can find it in your heart to keep supporting us there, even if you don't have money for food and things like that, like our kids like to be driven places, and I only have one 2007 Toyota Corolla, which has 5 seats on it. But if you want to reach out and support the village, please contact me. Judy has my contact information. You can go to the village's main office, which is located on 401 West Seneca Street. If you have a bag of macaroni, we will eat macaroni until we're passed out in cheese. Just anything in your heart, because it seems like the number keeps growing, but our beds are limited. And a lot of students, we found students sleeping in laundromats. They're sleeping in the parking garages. They're sneaking into Asteri, which I don't know if are you all familiar with the Asteri building? It's over there near Cinemapolis. It was the new apartments that they built. They're 16 and 17-year-olds couch surfing there. And we really just want a safe place for them to be. And you all have such a great community. This Mayday pole dance, that is the form of love that I feel our teens are searching for. And me at the age of 25, I'm just doing my best. But if anyone else wants to come with me and also do their best, I feel we can really support the youth in what they really deserve to do. I've experienced being homeless myself. I was homeless for 3 months, couch surfing with a friend, and it was a very scary time. It was before I knew about the village. But now that I have this opportunity, I want to reach out to everyone I can and give them that opportunity as well. So, hey, my office is right downtown, 401 West Seneca Street. We're open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5, but teenagers are up all night, so I'm also up all night. So if there's a way I can leave my number or my email, please reach out to me. If you know how to make any food ever, teach me, and then I can cook for them in a better way. I will be available. Thank you so much. I love you all. Thank you.
In the spirit of Jess Brock, each week we take an offering to sustain the important ministries and programs of this congregation and its presence in Ithaca. Giving to the plate is important. It is a symbol of our gratitude for this service and for our ongoing commitment to support the work of this church. For those watching remotely, follow the instructions on the screen. For those attending in person, our ushers will pass the plate. Please join me in saying the offertory words. May these gifts bring about connection, inspiration, and engagement within these walls and beyond.
This we know, the earth does not belong to us, we belong to the earth. May we hold that sacred knowledge in our hearts. Friends, we are called upon by our UU faith to live out our belief in and value for the interdependent web of life in which we are all a part. And that is why our faith in action this month, to honor Beltane and Earth Day, is that you will each be receiving seeds. These seeds, I have some, right? I have some more baskets up here. These seeds can grow into a tree if you nurture and care for them. It's not hard to understand why the ancient Druids celebrated in groves of trees. Trees are a vital part of all life on this planet, nourishing the soil and preventing erosion, creating oxygen, absorbing carbon dioxide, providing habitat and food, and creating shade. With each tree planted and tended as it grows, we provide a blessing to the land and all of its inhabitants. So I have these packets for you, and they have just a few seeds in them. These seeds could be from an apple, pear, or cherry tree, or from a redbud, a Japanese maple, or a sugar maple. The packets are a random mixture, so it's going to be a mystery until it sprouts. All right? So in order for these to sprout, you need to put them someplace cool, like a refrigerator, for 3 to 4 months, because they're smart, right? So the seeds know that until winter has passed, they can't sprout. So you've got to let them know that winter has passed. You could wait to do this until winter, or at my house, we're just going to stick them in the fridge and we're going to sprout them in the house until they get a little bigger. All right, so you've also probably noticed that there are these random baskets in some of the pews, right? You're like, yeah, of course, Emily, you have baskets with markers in the pews, right? So there are markers, the kind that you write with, and then there are also bamboo markers, as in to mark the place where you plant your tree. And we are going to take a moment, and you are invited to take a marker, and to write or draw your wishes and blessings for these trees and the earth that we are going to plant them in. So while you start to pass those out, I have some friends that are going to help pass our seeds out too. So take a packet of seeds and a marker and another marker. There's some more up here. Did anyone not get seeds? All right. Thank you. All right, friends, I'm going to invite you to pause, even if you can keep going, even if you're not quite done drawing your blessings. We're going to take a moment to just breathe. We're going to breathe in that clean, oxygen-rich air that the plants of this earth provide for us. We're going to take a moment to feel gratitude for the gifts of Mother Earth. In the Jewish tradition, one is called to say a prayer the first time you see a tree blossom in the spring. Let us join in prayer now for the blessings of trees. If you want, you can hold your packet to your heart, you can hold it in your hands. You just take a moment with this. Mother Earth, source of all that connects us, may these trees be nourished by the energy of the sun. We are thankful for the shade that they provide. May these trees be blessed by the steadfastness of the earth. We are thankful for the bounty that they will provide. May these trees be blessed by the rains and the flowing waters. We are thankful for the wisdom that they will provide. May these trees be blessed by gentle breezes and hold fast during storms. We are thankful for the clear, pure air that they will provide. In the sacred earth, may you grow strong. In the warm rains, may you be nourished. In the wind, in the air, may your leaves speak to us as we listen. In the fire of the sun, may you grow and provide shelter. May it be so. Amen, and blessed be. Friends, join me in our closing hymn. It's one of my favorites. You can find the words up on the screens or in your teal hymnal. Though below me I feel no motion, standing at these mountains and plains, far away from the rolling ocean, still my dry land heart can say, I've been saved. One final story, friends. If you're not done with your markers, feel free to continue drawing or writing as I share this story with you. Talia's face was like a complicated map, full of ridges and wrinkles. Her back was bent, and when she walked, she shuffled. Still, she had a twinkle in her eye, and she always had a kind word for her neighbors, her children, her grandchildren, and her great-grandchildren. She spent most of her days in her rocking chair looking out over her garden. If she had a visitor, she'd share memories of the good old days. When she was alone, she would remember to herself. Now and then, she'd hum a little or wiggle her fingers. It was during one of these mornings that Talia surprised herself by coming up with an ambitious idea. She made a phone call. A few hours later, when the doorbell rang, the delivery person was patient while she slowly shuffled over to the door. She directed him to carry the very tall, skinny parcel he had brought to a bare corner of the garden. He kindly helped her with the garden spade and to pull over a lawn chair. Then she paid him and waved him off. Slowly, very slowly, she dug a big hole in the ground. It was hard work. Now and then she'd sit on her lawn chair and take a break, but she got back up several times until eventually the hole was just the right size. Slowly, very slowly, she shuffled and rotated the bottom of the tall, skinny parcel into the hole, kerplunk. She sat back down to inspect it and was satisfied. Slowly, very slowly, she began to push the dirt back into the hole all around the bottom of the parcel. This, too, was hard work. Over and over again, when she got tired, she sat down on the lawn chair to take a break. Then she got back up. And there it was. You've probably guessed by now, it was a beautiful sapling tree. She sat down once again to admire it. And then her neighbor arrived home and poked her head over the fence. She looked alarmed and said, "Talia, you be careful. What are you doing? Planting a tree? That's ridiculous. Someone your age. Is it an almond tree? It won't produce almonds for years." Talia laughed as she pointed at a very old tree in the opposite corner of her garden. Some of its branches were broken right off, others were bent with age, most of them were bare, even though it was the middle of spring. She said, "I'm like that old almond tree. My great-grandmother planted it. I loved to climb it when I was a little girl. Its branches were broad and strong, and I felt safe there. Then, when I was a young woman, I picked some of its delicate pink blossoms and decorated my hair with them. I think that's how my husband came to notice me. Then when I was a young woman, when I was a mother, I picked the almonds, and I roasted them to perfection, and I served them to my family. When I was a grandmother, I rested in the shade of that almond tree, and now I am a great-grandmother." Talia was looking very dreamy as she continued. "I have lots of time on my hands. I sit and remember as I look out the window. Mostly, I'm happy with my life. But a little while ago, as I was sitting, looking out into my garden, I realized that I had never planted a tree. Never. It just didn't seem right. I have great-grandchildren." "Great-grandchildren?" asked the neighbor. Talia exclaimed, "Yes, and they need an almond tree." "Of course," laughed the neighbor. And she pledged to herself to do something for her great-grandchildren too, even though she didn't have any yet. I wonder what it will be. Perhaps she'll plant a tree. What do you think? As for Talia, after planting the tree, she returned to her rocking chair to look out the window and smile. It's time to close our circle, friends.
Spirit of the North.
The circle is open but never broken. As it has been, so shall it be. Merry meet, and merry part, and merry meet again.
We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Our service is ended. Let our true service now begin.
Friends, before we start this last piece, I want to say something about it. So, the wheel of the year turns everywhere on this planet. And here, we're at the midpoint between spring and summer. But in other places, it is harvest time. And this song is from Aruba, and it is a song celebrating the harvesting of the corn. And it's a dance. And often it goes on and on all through the day and into the night. So I invite you to feel that dance with us. Move your bodies if you feel so called to do so. Go in peace, friends, and bid on the auction.